Community Viewpoint with Maria Hurst.
Hello, welcome to Community Viewpoint. I'm your host for this segment, Maria Hurst. And tonight I want to talk a little bit about an upcoming event and the history of that event, and that is called Earth Day. So thank you for joining me tonight, and I am joined by my special guest, Roxanne Lay. This is my oldest daughter. Hello.
Hello, Mom.
Thank you for joining me, and thank you for helping me share this awesome information about the history of Earth Day and let you know when the event here locally is going to be. So the history of Earth Day, the first Earth Day was April 22nd, 1970, came about by an idea from a book called Silent Spring by Rachel Carson. And she wrote this book, and a senator from, I have some notes down here. So Senator Gaylord Nelson from Wisconsin, he had also witnessed some things that were happening to the earth. The focus on environmentalism came after he witnessed some of the some of the ravages of the earth from in this 1969 oil spill in Santa Barbara. So, inspired by the student anti-war movement, he realized that if he could infuse the energy with an emerging public consciousness about air and water pollution, it would force environmental protection into the national political agenda. He announced the idea for a national teach-in on the environment, and they used to do teach-ins on the war, so they did this one on the environment, and introduced it to the media. He invited Pete McCloskey, a conservation-minded Republican congressman, to serve as his co-chair, and recruited lots of people. They decided that April 22nd was going to be the date. So April 22nd, 1970, 20 million Americans took to the streets and parks and auditoriums to demonstrate about a healthy environment and talk about all different aspects of environmentalism. I'm getting this right from earthday.org. So that's just a little bit. It all took place during the Richard Nixon presidency. I cannot talk tonight, so please excuse my flub-ups here. So it all took place during the Richard Nixon presidency. If you want more information on President Nixon, you can go to the nixonlibrary.gov, and that's in Yorba Linda, California, the Nixon Library, so I want to give them a little plug. Anyway, so back to earthday.org. You can find out all kinds of information. There's really, fun things. There's all different tips. So let's go to Earth Day today. Earth Day today, it's just gone rampant. It's one of the most celebrated days that's not like a holiday. It's become a holiday. Now we're going to find out in a video coming up. How much time do we have for the video? Are we 5 minutes in yet? 4 minutes? Okay. All right. So now Earth Day 2000 used the power of the internet to organize activists. So I know that a lot of, everyone, you have an event going on, you share it through Facebook. So there is a Facebook page, I think, for Earth Day here. So we will we'll get that over to you, or just search, go to Pahrump Events and you'll find it. And we're going to show you the flyer here in just a minute. But earthday.org is a great website. You can just go right on your phone. There's a Get Now, Get Involved, Act Now. I'm sorry, I just really can't talk tonight. Get involved, join the movement, Act Now button that you can push so that you can also get involved. And so why don't we watch that video now, and I will speak better after the video. All right, so what video are we going to watch, Roxy?
Rob Nelson made a video about Earth Day. Watch this.
Yeah, right? You show him one of the books that inspired Earth Day. That book inspired Earth Day. You want to hold that? You hold that book, and we'll talk about Earth Day. Okay. How about I get you a pen?
Earth Day.
Did you know it's the largest secular holiday in the world right now? Yeah, apparently Valentine's Day and Halloween and St. Patrick's Day aren't nearly as large. But do you know the history of those events better than you know the history of Earth Day? I know I did. So I did a little research. I'm going to take you back to 1969. And it was a time when people started to get really upset because everything was getting polluted, like the air, water. And you remember DDT? They were using it then, and those eagle eggs were getting screwed up. And the Silent Spring was written. And then in 1969, we had the worst oil spill on American soil in the history of oil spills at the time. So everybody was like, man, we gotta do something. Big business is messing up the environment, and we the people don't really want anything to do with it. And then there popped out this one guy, Senator Nelson, and he said, you know what? We gotta do something. I've been trying for a long time to get the politicians in Washington to listen, but they need to hear from the people. They need to know that the people want environmental protection. And so he said, let's take a lesson from the Vietnam War activists, and they're doing all these teach-ins where they sit down and talk about the issues that are happening about the war. But let's do it about the environment. And let's do it on April 22nd, 1970. And that day started to be called Earth Day. And it was a huge success. See, he started to organize the event, and he didn't have to do that much, because at a grassroots level, people started to organize it all over the country. And it was a huge success, because 20 million Americans celebrated Earth Day that year, and the politicians listened. You see, no matter if you were Democrat or Republican, everybody agreed the environment is important. Because like if you go out into your backyard, you don't want a big dump back there. And so later that year, they created the Environmental Protection Agency. And it also laid the groundwork for lots of other things like the Clean Air Act and the Clean Water Act and the Endangered Species Protection Act, which are all good things. And so Earth Day's changed just a little bit, but it's still a day to learn about environmental issues. It's my day, it's your day. It's our day to say, hey, we care about the environment so much that we want to learn more about the issues that are happening right now so that we can make wise choices. And that's what Earth Day is all about. And so we have an Earth Day challenge for you.
Can you go outside by yourself for 15 minutes and just observe? All right, it's simple, but it's a good one. That's it. Happy Earth Day.
So enjoy Earth Day, and maybe make every day your Earth Day.
Well, what did you think about the video?
It's awesome.
It's pretty cool. He got a lot of information in there. Lots of really good graphics and lots of info. I thought that was great. And he even mentioned, do you remember him mentioning the book at the beginning? The Silent Spring by Rachel Carson, the green book, when he had his baby.
That's
he mentioned
cool.
the book. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
That baby was really cute.
Yes, the baby was really cute.
I wonder if everyone thinks the baby's cute too.
I'm sure they do. And I bet the baby's going to grow up learning all about Earth Day too.
Yeah, because his dad loves Earth Day.
Exactly. So let's tell the viewers a little bit about the Silent Spring book. So Silent Spring by Rachel Carson is an environmental science book written by Rachel Carson and published in 1962. The book documented the detrimental effects on the environment, particularly on birds, of the indiscriminate use of pesticides. So I'm going to use that to segue into the next segment, or into the next topic, I guess, that I wanted to let people know about. So Earth Day, they've deemed it's basically a global day of conversation about environmental protection, whether it be like wildlife, agriculture, ocean, water, drinking water, ocean, all aspects of the environment. All of those topics, I think, are discussed. You know, each Earth Day, people have conversations about different things, and you'll go to an Earth Day event, you'll see booths everywhere. So it's a global day of conversation about how to protect the environment. And so one of the things that I think a lot of Earth Days and booths, they have booths about informing people about not eating foods that have GMOs, which are genetically modified organisms, and buying things that aren't grown with pesticides, or animals that aren't grown with pesticides, and using organic foods. There's a lot of focus on that as well. So lots of things about just solar cooking and just really good information. So our Earth Day event here in Pahrump is coming up. We're going to show you the flyer right there. It's going to be on April 23rd, Saturday. It's going to start at 10 a.m. and it's going to go till 3. It's going to be at the Ian Deutsch Park, and it's going to be so awesome. There's going to be a lot of local booths. There's going to be demonstrations. There's going to be a solar cooking oven, music, food, interactive games, free earth-friendly products, educational exhibits, groundwater gardening and recycling exhibits, solar power and solar cooking simplified, craft animals, and more. And it's sponsored by the Nuclear Waste Advisory Board Committee and many, many, many community partners. I know the coalition is involved. John Pollock from Community Viewpoint, he is the chair, I believe. And so there's just so many things to see. So we really encourage everyone to go out on April 23rd, Saturday, at Ian Deutsch Park from 10 to 3 and enjoy our local Earth Day festivities and find out even more about Earth Day. And we also encourage you to go to earthday.org and find out more, and maybe how you can get involved and either get involved in something that's going on or start your own something that's going on. And then it will just spread around, and we'll all work together to protect the environment and the animals and the planet. And that is how we're going to protect Earth Day, or the Earth, via Earth Day.
Yeah.
Pretty cool idea, huh?
Yeah, there's so much.
So much.
Yeah,
Seems
to
like-
protect the earth.
Yeah, and the more you know, the less you know. The more you know about, the more you figure that there's so much more I need to know. So that's why it's important for everybody to work together, so that we can cover a lot of subjects and work together and be a team.
Yeah, clean up the playgrounds and schools.
Exactly. Thank you for coming on with me, Roxy.
Well, thank you. Thank you,
All
too.
right. All right, everyone. Have a wonderful weekend, and we'll see you next weekend at Earth Day, or in 2 weekends. We'll see you then. Thanks for joining us.
Community Viewpoint with Maria Hurst.